Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to learn more about Xlookup function. Imagine of a scenario where you want to search for a data which is on the left side of your search value. In VLOOKUP or another lookup function, this functionality is not possible. But with Xlookup, we are able to find our search value regardless of which side it is. Also, in Xlookup, you do not need error handlers like if error or if init. Why? Because you can easily input in your Xlookup formula what to do in case of an error. Also, Xlookup is so flexible that you can return as many columns as you want as your search value. So let's get into this tutorial and learn more. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel to learn more about Google.
Let us first understand basic Xlookup function and let us reference this table and get the year of birth for these employees. So from the syntax, if we look at the Xlookup syntax, there are some basic parameters which you must input. For example, search key is a must. I will explain all of these parameters, lookup range and result range. So these three parameters must be added in your formula. And also we have missing value, which I'll explain, match mode and search mode. So now let us just write a basic Xlookup function for easy understanding. So the first parameter is asking search key. This is what are you searching for? And in our case, let's say we are searching for this name. And if you go to the next parameter, it's asking for the lookup range. And this lookup range is the search key you have input, where are you searching it? Then for lookup range now, is this the names are found here. So this is our search range or lookup range. And after that, it's asking result range. So now you have selected your lookup range. Where do you want to return result from? Which column or which columns do you want to return the results from? And in our case, we are looking for the year of birth. So our column is this. And also one important thing, you have to make sure the height of these ranges are the same. So for example, it's starting from A4 until A11, and also starting from C4 until C11. So you cannot start from A4 and here start from C2 or C3. So this must be the same. Those three parameters you have input, and let us enter and cross check our values. So we are finding the year of birth for Alice from this table is 1996. So Alice is here 1996, and that is the basic Xlookup function. Also, as mentioned in our introduction, in Xlookup, you can return custom column numbers. For example, you can return two column numbers that you need, or you can search for two columns, values from two columns, and return both of them. Now, in our example, let us return all this table the way it is. If we write our Xlookup, so our search key is here. Lookup range, where we are searching this value, is here. And now when you reach the result range is when you select all the custom columns that you want to return. And in our case, we are looking for employee IDs, year of birth and place of birth. So we have to select both of them, and Xlookup will be able to return the corresponding values. So let's check Alice to year of birth 1996, and this is Moscow. Okay, so once you are here, you just need to drag down, but you should not forget to freeze your range. Let's look at the values here. So the values is saying G4. So this G4 should not be frozen because it needs to keep on changing based on the values here. And A4, so these ranges must always be frozen to ensure that they will not change when you drag down your formula. So that's it. Once you freeze your range, then you are able to drag down everything and fill the formula. So let's check Zoo 1993 and perfect. So you can go ahead and do the same for returning the column numbers. So let's freeze everything. Now once all the ranges has been frozen, you can drag your formula down and easily return the values that you need. And that is it. So sorry, not here. So that is it. that shows how lookup is very, very powerful. And also, one important flexibility of this lookup is the ability to look to the left. So if you recall from VLOOKUP, the values you are searching must always be in the first column. For example, if you are searching for John here, your result must be to the right and you can never look to the left. But that is not the case with Xlookup. So if you just want to look to the left, for example, we have employee ID here and we need to return the names. So in this case, employee ID here and our result range is here, which means our result is left to what we are trying to find. So let's just write the formula. Xlookup, search key is here, and lookup range is where you are looking your values. And now result range is just that easy. You have to go and select the lookup range, and Xlookup now will be able to find the values to the left. So, and that is it. But you need to freeze your column, and my formula is suggesting. So make sure you freeze, sorry, you need to freeze your ranges. Make sure you freeze your ranges before you drag down the formula. Okay. Also, another important flexibility of Xlookup is you do not need error handlers like if error or if NA in case the values you are looking for are not in that range. So that is to mean Xlookup will try to find the values itself, and if the values are not there, Xlookup will input the error handling scenario. So in this case, let us try to find employee IDs which are not in our range and see what Xlookup will do. First of all, it will just return a NA error. And in this case, you don't have to use if error or if NA formula. You have to do in the Xlookup itself and find the error handling scenario. All right, so let's come to the employee ID. This is the same formula. You can just paste the formula here. So if the formula now, if these numbers are not in the employee IDs here, Xlookup will show us an A. And it's now up to us to use the error handling functionality of the Xlookup. So that is it. So these values are saying NA, which means did not find the value 45 in the Xlookup evaluation. So this is when we go to the next parameter in our Xlookup function. And here it says missing value. Missing value means the values are not in the range. So Xlookup is expecting you to input a value there. So let's put a value does not exist. Or let's just say employee ID does not exist. Employee ID does not exist. And yes, so if we drag down our formula, you will see when the values are not there. Yeah, it says employee ID does not exist, and that is how powerful Xlookup is.